Welcome back to Comcast Local Edition. Can we pick a location or what? This is Tony Ventrella. Welcome to Shilshole Bay Beach Club on a beautiful summer afternoon in Seattle. And let's say hello to Jean Godden, council member for 3 years plus now.
No, just a little less.
A little less than 3 years. Okay.
A little less.
And an awful lot on your plate.
Oh, indeed.
And we're going to talk in just a minute about this whole council member experience here. But let's start with electric rates. You're very interested in getting the rates down for people.
Indeed. And they went up very, very steeply back during the Enron crisis, 58% for most people. And it was very steep, and it was very harmful in a lot of ways. I mean, people felt that. And we now are stable, paid off our short-term debt, working very hard on our long-term debt, and now we think we'll be able to give back a bit.
Okay, and that should reflect maybe in some lessening of rates, is what you're talking about.
That's my understanding.
Okay.
The mayor's proposed about a close to a 5% decrease overall, but it won't be in all classes. We'll be talking about where we want to put those rate decreases. It's about a $56 million give back.
Good.
And I think it will be really great for the economy here locally.
Some refreshing news for a change. That's good, Jean. Let's talk about the transportation projects. I know everyone thinks of the viaduct, and we'll get to that in a minute, but the transportation package overall, maintenance stuff that's long overdue.
Absolutely. It's been 40-some years for most of those projects. I mean, we put in a bridge that's supposed to last 50 years, and it's now 45 years. And a lot of them are in bad shape. I think there's 13 of them that they figure are really in bad shape, and we really, if we want to keep these bridges, we're just going to have to repair them. So there's a transportation package proposed. It's going to the voters in November, and they'll decide if that's their priority.
Isn't the key, Jean, as you said, you've been on city council almost 3 years now, isn't the key what you did when you were a journalist all those years? Communication, letting the people know what's going on so that they can make an intelligent decision.
Yes, indeed. I think that's true. It's certainly true with the energy issues that we've had. We've listened to people. They've told us that the rates got up too high, and we're now seeing what we can do to smooth things out. And the same thing is true of transportation. We had a citizens group that were working on the backlog, and they said we're $500 million backlog, and every year it grows much, much higher.
Wow! So let's get to it before
Absolutely.
It gets worse. What about the viaduct and the alternatives? And the mayor would like to go underground, and lots of people are against that. Are you for or against the?
Oh, well, for years I've written stories about getting rid of that thing. It's horrible. It's on our waterfront, and it ought to be off of there. And I'm anxious to bury it, is what I'd like to do. I'd like to, a shallow cut and cover situation so that we could reclaim the waterfront. It would be a marvelous opportunity. And there's no reason why Portland can do it, San Francisco, and we haven't been able to so far.
Two issues come to mind. Cost. Well, three issues. Cost, length of time for the project, and what do we do while the project's going on? Where do we go? How do we get A to B?
In a way, that's part of what this transportation bridging the gap thing is about. We're going to fix the Spokane Street so that people can get into town, won't have to rely on it during the time that it might be down. And I think it's very important to get this thing in place first so that we can get ready for those days when we're going to have it shut down.
We have less than a minute left, Jean. You're enjoying yourself. You're doing great. Are you having fun? You're running again?
Oh, it's amazing. I am running again. Okay. I don't know if this is the opportunity
to
say the first time on the air, I think. But yes, it's been an amazing experience. I've been so proud to be able to represent the people of Seattle, and it's marvelous to be having an effect and making a difference.
That's outstanding. And someday, now that we're almost out of time, I'm going to say this, and you won't have any time to reply. We hope someday we hope you're journaling, and we hope you write a book about this experience when you retire 15, 20 years from now. Jean Godden, thank you very much.
Thank you, Tony,
for being with us from the city.
My work's cut out for me.
That's it for this edition of Local Edition. I'm Tony Ventrella. We'll see you next time.